Hello, and welcome
Hello.
to
What we watch after dark.
a show where me and the missus watch a movie on Saturday night and then give you a review of it. This will be part of the Midnight Joker channel. And soon, I will be announcing about this wonderful prize. If I get 1,000 subscribers, you could be the owner of this big ass paperclip.
Think of all the papers you could clip together.
Hundreds, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe
No
more like
guarantees.
80. Maybe more like 80 or so. But if we hit that's not all I've got. I've got other great prizes. But, I really need people to like and subscribe. And, if you can watch the whole thing, or at least past 30 minutes or 30 seconds, that'd be great. Unless you've already turned me off, But, so this is our show. It initially started as a podcast. Tonight we watched
John Wick Chapter 3. Parabellum.
Now, for John Wick movies, I'm gonna what I think is you really do need to see 1 and 2 before you watch 3, unless you just want to see a whole bunch of blood and guts and killing.
Yeah, I mean, what would you say is the plot of this movie? I mean, I don't think anybody watches it for the plot, but...
No, I mean, I kind of watch it for the... At first, they hurt his car.
His dog.
No. The guy wanted the car.
Oh, I see. So you're talking about, like, the first movie.
The very... Yeah. And then they killed his dog.
Right.
And he was supposed to be out.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm saying is... he gets really, really mad and, decides, I'm going to fucking kill the guy that killed my dog. And you know what? I don't blame him.
And take everybody out on the way.
Oh, yeah. Anybody stands in the way, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
You get a bullet.
But I'm talking about in this movie, seems like the whole movie he spends running and fighting and running and fighting and running and fighting. I mean, I don't know.
Well, really what you need to pay attention to in this movie, outside of the really cool gung fu kind of stuff, or kung fu for that matter, this time they put a little bit more kung in the fu instead of the gun,
Yeah, definitely. The martial arts.
Yeah, and it used swords a lot more knives and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but if you just want to see senseless, that's senseless, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I couldn't even begin to count the number of bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. I mean, you name it. He killed a guy with a book. So,
yeah.
A
big 7-foot mother.
Yeah, nothing's off limits as far as, like, using it as a weapon kind of thing.
No, in fact, it was rather impressive. The book was impressive.
Yeah. And then he put it right back on the shelf.
Yeah, he put it back in order too.
Yep.
It didn't stick it somewhere.
Right.
Because But the other part of John Wick, if you've never seen these movies, is that he was an assassin that's been pulled back in, and this is all part of a comic book, by the way. I forget who wrote it, and my apologies to whoever wrote it for not knowing. The director was Chad Stahelski. I liked it. I mean, and I think knowing that the first part and the second movie was when I think at the end of the movie somebody kills his dog. That, or maybe they kill his dog at the beginning. And then he goes with the car and kills the car.
I don't know.
And then
it's been a while since I've seen the first couple movies, but
yeah, well, that's what I'm getting at, though.
I think it's great that he has a dog in this one.
He does have, and the name of the dog is
Dog.
Dog. Yeah,
Very loyal dog. Oh,
yeah.
no.
And then and there's more if you like dogs and dog fights. Not like dog fights. That's horrible. That's awful. But dogs that fight.
That take out bad guys.
Or that the other guy's side. Because really, is there a good guy in these things?
Well, I mean, you'd think you're siding with John Wick, but it's gray.
Yeah, it's great. You know, I mean, but then again, are any of us really good? That's the question you got to ask yourself.
But yeah, Halle Berry has 2 dogs.
Yeah, and they were delightful.
They were very well trained.
Yeah.
And I read that she spent 6 months training for this movie, and a lot of that was training with the dogs.
Well, I mean, she did a fantastic, she was doing, I would say that her character was acting, not acting wise, but action wise, could pretty much take out just about anybody but Wick. And so, I mean, you have, and you know, there's all this, I mean, when you watch the beginning and the end, and the middle, you know, you get a little bit of this backstory of the table and under the table, and then how he has to go ask for forgiveness to get back in, so they don't try to. The whole movie starts out with them getting basically a contract on them. Yeah. It starts out at $14 million.
Yeah, excommunicado.
Excommunicado.
And so everybody wants to kill him to get that 14 mil.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he couldn't, but they gave him an hour.
To try to escape.
Yeah. I mean, and what I love about these movies is Keanu Reeves brings back a lot of his fan favorite, like the Easter eggs in here are Keanu Reeves movies.
Oh, I mean, it's got tons of ties to the Matrix.
Well, not just the Matrix. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, even so, there's 4 different actors that were also in the Matrix. The guy who did the stunts and the fight scenes, same guys from the Matrix.
Right.
You know, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, other Keanu Reeves movies.
Well, even the Keymaker.
Yeah, from
Matrix 3 or 2, was it? Either way. But that was cool. It was really cool to kind of, you know, he was the doctor in this movie. Now everybody knows Lawrence Fishburne, and that he was in John Wick 2. And they kind of made reference. And I think they even fight in that movie.
Yeah, but you know, he's like the king of the under the table, and so that's interesting. And then in the end, he's actually in the sewer, you know.
Well, with his pigeons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, and you know, one of the reasons we watched this was because John Wick 4 is coming out.
Yeah, next
and we
year.
remember that we hadn't seen John Wick 3.
Yeah, because this movie came out in 2019. I thought surely we had seen it, but no, we had not.
No, it was one of those that just I kept meaning to.
Yeah.
And, you know, doggone it, I had to rent it this time. It wasn't even... you can't stream it, guys, at least we're in my area. You can watch it through Amazon Prime. But rent it.
Rent it through YouTube.
You know, but it ain't on Hulu or Netflix or any of that numbness, you know.
But
I mean, you go through and you start out, and one of the things that was slightly different from the movies is the use of knives. There was a whole wave of knife fighting before the gunshots even started.
I like the knife fights.
I like the knife fights, I do, and I like the sword fight at the end. But I mean, there were so many guns.
Well,
for him not to be fighting without, it's just like, pick up the gun, pick up the gun, pick up the gun.
But it's so much more fun to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess,
but
if we're looking for fun,
yeah,
sure.
I mean, how hard is it to just go bang, bang, bang?
Well, I mean,
So I'd rather
but
they
they
get
brought guns
on
and they
each
were.
other and.
It was like, hey, great idea. We got all these knives in this glass. And John Wick swims in glass. That's part of this movie.
So much glass is broken.
Oh, so much sugar glass is broken in this.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he goes through everything. If there's a glass, he went through it,
No glass left behind.
No, I mean, it was like, and you kind of knew. Like, the first time you walked through there, that's not going to survive.
But that window floor was pretty cool.
It was cool.
I mean, like, you could see the cityscape, and you can kind of see through. You can see through the floor, see the ceiling, and, yeah, tons and tons of breaking into glass on that one. But...
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite locations for fight scenes?
Well, I think... Well, when he took his finger.
Oh, yeah.
When he took I was like, whoa, that's rough, man. I'll just say he took his finger, and you'll figure it out in the movie if you decide to watch it. We're not going to spoil that part.
Yeah, because he makes it to Casablanca.
Yeah, he makes it to the Continental out there. So this is showing us that the Continental is not a New York-based thing, but you could have other safe places for assassins.
Throughout the world.
Yeah, and I bet the comic books have so much deeper of a mythology than what we see through the movies. So, as we speak about this, if you guys want to point anything out, in the discussion or whatever, or we're just talking out our bones.
Right.
Want to correct this or anything, please leave, a comment.
But, like, in this movie, one thing they keep mentioning is the rules. The rules. That's the rules. So they have this, like, code system they live by.
But John has his own code.
Yeah. He doesn't care about breaking the rules.
Well, he does. And he tried to do it the right way. But again...
There's consequences.
And, the deal basically was... What was crazy was the deal between the adjuster and Wilson. And when they're like, well, 2 seconds ago, they were like, Wick's like, yeah, I'm not going to put a bullet in his head.
I know.
And the guy's like, oh, really? Well, thanks, man. And then,
Yeah, we're going down fighting together, and then...
And then the woman calls, asks for parlay while John has to go take care of a bunch of bad guys and another gung fu,
I did enjoy that one of the bad guys was the guy from Iron Chef America.
Yeah. Well, he's a well-known martial artist.
For sure. But I just keep picturing him when he was on screen, like behind the table.
Is he a real chef?
I think he just hosts the show.
Okay, well, the only reason why I ask is because he serves the blowfish.
Yeah, he was preparing the sushi.
Yeah.
Maybe he learned something on Iron Chef. Like, who knows? So.
But, don't eat the blowfish. And, they cut it a little too tight and it will kill you. And it ain't that fun kind of, ooh, I'm getting loopy, kill you. No, it's agonizing. I mean, you can take some things that are bad for you, just a little bit, that they won't kill you, but it is poison.
Yeah. You usually have to sign a waiver to eat that stuff.
Or go slow, man.
You can't sue us if we die.
Oh, man.
No. If there's any kind of warning on the menu about do not consume this, I'm like, no, I'm good.
I'm good, yeah.
I don't think I'm going to take my chances on
Well,
that.
and why particularly, I mean, it must, I bet it tastes fishy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, how much of a delicacy can it be?
No, and I mean, it's just like, I'm not eating caviar here, so why the hell would I pay for this much of a fish?
And a chance to die.
And a chance to die.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all have dreams, I guess. Some people, I mean, that's what's kind of, what I don't abide by, I don't abide by the whatever it is that some people, they want more stuff. And they just want to keep collecting it and getting more. And this movie, they have all the stuff they need.
Another thing I really enjoyed was the ballerinas and the ballet. I thought that was really pretty.
That was a really good scene. All right, so what kind of grade would you give it?
Well, I definitely say it's not for everybody. Very, very violent. Obviously, we've talked a lot about all the killing. I mean, there's blood splatter everywhere.
Oh,
He's
it gets
bleeding everywhere by the end of it.
It gets interesting. You're like, I never knew you could kill a man that many ways.
Yeah, and you know what I do think is funny?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, they only have so many bullets, but yet they don't shoot the person like once or twice. They're like, bang, 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 bang. And then go to the next person.
Well, part of that,
I'm like,
I know what you're talking. I know what part you're talking about. Part of that was they had full, everything was body armor.
Right.
So he had to lift up into the crevices and stuff.
Yeah, no, I get that. But even when he had that big shotgun thing, he only had so many of those like cartridges on him, and so he was like shooting things like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, you only got so many of those bullets, man. I mean, he ended up just throwing the gun at some guy in the end once he ran out of bullets. But yeah. I'm like, shouldn't we be conserving these bullets? But I guess he wanted to make sure the people were dead, not coming back after him.
Yeah, no, John, that's the one thing. There was a guy that came back after John stabbed him in the top of his head. I was like, whoa, that's something.
Or the dude that had like the samurai sword sticking right out of his chest. He sits up and he's like, I'll catch up with you later, man.
He's like, no, you won't.
No, you won't. But, I do say that one of my favorite lines was when Halle Berry's like, going after the head dude of her area. And he's like, you shouldn't have done that. And she's like, he shot my dog. And he's like, I get it. Because that's the whole thing with him and his dog.
Yeah. I think I would give this on
what 1 to 5 scale?
1 to 5. I'm going to say, because I like the John Wick movies.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think maybe I do to 10. So I'll say an 8. I'll give it an 8.
8, okay.
And that means that, you know what? I would watch it even again if it came on TV.
Mm-hmm.
If
it was, we didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
Mm-hmm.
But what did you think?
I think I'd give it a solid 7. The violence does get gratuitous, but then that's what you come to the movie to watch, and I get that.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, we're only gonna have half the zombies, honey.
I know, but I thought the choreography was pretty badass.
Oh yeah, and well done. In fact, I told you during the movie that I thought that you could tell that Keanu Reeves had been rehearsing these moves a lot more than some of the people that were in there, because he was already making the face as if the guy is going to kick him in the chest and basically leaning out his chest.
Mm-hmm.
So those were some of the problems. It was like, they weren't as fast as Keanu Reeves.
And he's getting up there.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's 56 or 50. I don't know how old he is now, but I know he's in his 50s.
Mm-hmm.
But we got Indiana Jones coming out.
And what?
And bless his heart, he's 80.
Right.
You know, I mean...
And I don't think Halle Berry's a spring chicken either.
Yeah, but she's like Thelma Hayek.
Mm.
You ain't ever going to get old of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she is a fantastic woman.
Oh, yeah. Very talented, for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I going back to the choreography, I do think it's cool how they had the classical music playing behind the fight scenes.
That is, I like the way it was shot.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen... I felt like I had seen that particular scene before in other movies.
For sure.
But the thing is you know every one of them is having fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or at least that's how I felt. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, I mean, if everybody's doing what they love, you got nothing to complain about.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wednesday, and I'll release at like. Well, if you want the missus here,
Yeah.
If you want the missus here, then let's go ahead and make it 9 o'clock at night.
For what?
When we release this, we'll be watching it, so you can be here if they have questions for you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. What time the video's gonna premiere?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wish I even knew the day. I think I'm pretty much have to cut all of that part out.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, thanks.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you half the time? Do you? You know, it's like Nicolas Cage! Yeah, I got another one of his movies to tell you about, too. And it was Lord of War.
That's for another time.
Yeah, that is. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching.
And remember, if you like, subscribe, and say, I want the big, wonderful paperclip, then you need to say something about the paperclip. You know, I want to, and not only that, but if you got questions for us, hey guys, I'm ready to meet,
Yeah, leave a comment down below.
Please. So, good night from me and Jenny. Say good night, honey.
Good night. Have a great evening.
Bye!